Hello and welcome to this week's Comedy Convicts, the show where free convicts have to fight for their freedom using their comedic talents for a series of difficult tasks. Now, the lucky convict who makes me laugh the most will be set free, leaving the other two sentenced to a lifetime imprisonment in the comedy convict prison. Now, on today's show, we have three of the worst contestants I have ever seen in my actual life. But first, let's have a look at some footage we recovered that proves how guilty they are. I mean, as you can all see, they are some of the worst convicts we have ever had in this area, ever. I don't really know what I think of them, but that footage was genuinely terrible, genuinely awful to see such horrible people in this world. Let's bring those convicts forward. Bring them in, please, officers. All right, if we could start by having your names and your crimes. Contestant A, what was your name and crime?
Jake, the snake.
And your crime?
Being fabulous.
And apparently BO as well. And if we could move on to you, contestant B.
My name is Vladimir, and I don't know why I'm here. I was just sitting naked in the closet, and the police just got me.
Wait, come on.
Yeah.
And we have Vlad, who was in the closet until very recently. And finally, contestant C.
My name is Jake, and Your Honour, if it's a crime to love donuts, then I am guilty.
And Jake, who has already admitted his guilt. Now, in this game, we have a jury audience. Now, it is this jury audience's opportunity to decide if any of you are guilty or not guilty. The ones that they and myself decide as being not guilty will be sent home and win a prize, and those who are found guilty will be returned through to jail. Now, on our first round, you will be tested on your singing ability. Now, let's go straight through to round one. Officer Dimbleby, if you could please move the microphone into position. Now, this is your opportunity to sing for your freedom. If you could all step forward in front of the microphone. this is working, you, the tall one, you're not a woman.
Last time I checked, he had the right bits.
In the video, you were a woman. What happened to her?
I don't know.
Uh-huh. Okay. Let's try this then. So, now the microphone is in position, it is your opportunity to sing for your life. When we're ready, if we could start the music, please.
They say I've committed a terrible crime, but I assure you that the only crime I've committed
is drinking too much brew.
On the night crime took place, I can tell you that I was getting nailed.
And not with a screw.
I'm an innocent man and they put me in a can.
He gave me a phone call, so called me down.
To my surprise, she answered after one ring.
It must have been a mistake, because all I heard was her sing.
Why did she not pick up the phone?
She probably still thinks I'm in bed at home.
Now I'm here, I'm desperate in need of a loan. Now I'm desperate in need of my freedom.
Even eat a block of Edam?
Deal with the TP.
Oh, I really got a pee-pee.
Don't even think about being sleepy.
My cellmates are really pretty.
So, Judge, please take it easy.
You know I'm not really beefy, so...
Well, I'm more like a week.
Just hear my plea.
Hear me, play.
Yeah.
Take your seats, the lot of you. Let's have a round of applause for that. Sit down. Members of the jury, this is your opportunity to have your say on what was just witnessed. Let's see, who here has an opinion? You in the front, in the grey t-shirt, the man in the middle. What did you think?
I think the guy with the long hair, he was alright.
Right, yes. Unfortunately, it is me that gets to decide who is getting a point in this round, and I felt you were all pretty horrendous. However, the one that stood out for me was, in fact, Vlad. So, Vlad, you get a point. You're closer to freedom. Let's move on to the second round. Now, in this round, you have the opportunity to give a statement of your guilt. Let's have a look at round 2. Now, after your arrest, each one of you was giving a statement to the police. Now, those statements have unfortunately been affected by someone spilling coffee on the computer, so now they have been corrupted. It is your opportunity now to read out your statement, but you're not allowed to smile or laugh, and you'll have to do it in a funny accent. So let's start with contestant A. Contestant A, please come over.
Alright, you can touch me later, get off.
Okay, there we go.
I don't say you smell.
You do a bit. Now, I'm going to invite Vlad
I agree,
over.
to be honest. Yeah.
I'm going to invite Vlad over. Vlad, come over. It is your job to distract this terrible villain as much as is physically possible. Here is your statement, Jake. If you could please read that straight through to the camera in a German accent while Vlad attempts to annoy you. Let's start that in 3, 2, 1, begin.
Yeah. Well, I was making my way downtown, and now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass me by? Because you know I walk 1,000 miles. If I could just see you tonight. And then we broke into a house, I mean. We didn't break in at all. I've never broken anything in my life. Did you know that giraffes have the same number of vertebrae as humans and have blue tongues? And the first thing a baby giraffe does when it's full, so 6 feet under. I'm going to put you 6 feet under if you don't get off. At this point, writer gave up and stopped writing, so there's no more jokes. Just emojis, lines, 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 lines.
And end. That was relatively okay. You managed that okay. Vlad, stop playing with the boy now. You can take your seat again, Jake. Thank you for that. Vlad, please take forward. And if the other Jake could come over as the distraction. Vlad,
Yes.
you have a minute to get through your statement without smiling or laughing
1 minute.
or being distracted.
Yes.
And you must do it in a London accent.
in a London accent.
And we'll have none of this homosexuality in my courtroom. And in 3, 2, 1, begin.
Are you recording this statement? You are? I don't want to be recorded. You'll never take me alive. Is that a teaser? Is that a taser? Would you like to update the torture that out of me? What are you going to do with these pillars? Okay. You don't have to torture me. Keep going. I'm enjoying it. No, I'm not. We're going to rock down the electric venue. And now 3, 4, 5, 7, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 more, 1. Sorry, the computer is going to safety mode. Please press any key. And that's why I didn't steal the next.
End it there. I'm afraid you failed, young Vlad. I saw a smile and heard a laugh. Please return to your seat and Jake, stay where you are.
I was enjoying myself.
Sit down. Contempt of court and other legal jargon. Go down. And finally, Jake, come forward to distract your victim.
Here comes the Tickle Monster.
Okay, you have 1 minute in which to read this statement, sounding like the Queen of England. In 3, 2, 1, begin.
I did absolutely nothing. I was trying to break into the house because I had a dog inside and the dog was barking. And I wanted the dog because the dogs are the best. I wanted to save the dog. Dogs are better than people. Dogs are the best. They're so fluffy and cute. And dogs are... We got into the house and it turns out there was no dog. But there were lots of donuts. Lots and lots of donuts. It must have been the donuts calling me to live in eternal donut happiness.
Enough of that. You managed to successfully get through. You can return to your seats. Take them both back, Dumblebum. Members of the jury, after what you've seen there, I'm sure you all have a lot to say. The lady in the front, just there, lovely black kind of blouse thing, low-cut top that isn't quite low-cut, and nice hair slicked back. What did you think of these performances?
I like Vlad.
You like Vlad? A lot of ladies in the audience liking Vlad today. It's a shame he's in the closet. Well, as I've said before, it is my final decision on who wins in this round. And to me, there is only one winner, and that is Jake from London. Jake, you get a point. That now means that Jake and Vlad have a point, and it's Jake the Snake with nothing. Fantastic. Now, we are getting through to the final round, where we'll find out who will be freed and who is going to be put in prison for the rest of their lives. Let's see. Let's go through to the final round. So, in this final round, you'll have an opportunity to stand up for your rights. It is 1 minute on the clock, and you'll be able to do a stand-up routine to make this face turn into this face. Not an easy task, I can tell you that much. And if you can make the audience laugh as well, even better. Let's start with Jake the Snake. Off you go, over to the docks.
Right, finished?
Yes. Okay, Jake, this is your final opportunity to stand up for your rights. You have to make me laugh, you have to make me smile. You have 1 minute. Beginning in 3, 2, 1, begin.
Please just laugh. It might be naff. Please, I pray. Just, I will obey. Don't take me away. I can't cope, there's no hope. I don't want to go to prison. Oh, please, please. Can you tell I'm lying, but I'm trying? Don't result me to bloody crying. I just want to go through.
This is too pathetic for words. Sit down. You're meant to be making us laugh. Instead, you're making us feel sorry for you. This isn't An advert. This isn't Oxfam. Sit down. Pathetic. Sorry about that, members of the jury, for that pathetic display of lack of manliness. Let's get Vlad over. Vlad, who is potentially going to be slightly more manly. Vlad, this is your final opportunity to stand up and make us laugh. Unfortunately, your other convict didn't succeed. Bit too girly. This is your opportunity to make us laugh. In 3, 2, 1, begin.
So, Judge Coolidge, seeing a man like you with so much power over my life is kind of sexy. You know, if you would be a hamburger, I would let you be the meat behind my buns. Oh, and I heard that you lost your driving license for driving all these guys crazy. What's up with that? And one other thing. If I'm gonna be in jail, I'm not gonna be out. If you know what I mean.
Officer Dimblebooby, take him off the set, take him outside, put him in a field and leave him there. I'm done with this. Get him off. No gays in my courtroom, other than me. Sit down. And finally, let's bring over Jake the Peg, missing his extra leg. Bring him forward.
Really aggressive.
Jake, this is your last chance to impress me and save yourself from prison. It's time for you to stand up for your life. In 3, 2, 1, begin!
I thought I could offer you a bit of advice, Judge. And that is, whatever you do, do not cook burgers naked. Because they will take away your van. And also, here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know that noise that seagulls make? Have you ever thought that maybe seagulls only make that noise because they're all terrified of flying?
Take him away. Put him on the chair. Put him on the chair. Members of the jury, I don't even know how I can apologise enough for what you've had to witness in these 3 people. We have Jake with the body odour, who honestly was too pathetic for words. I mean, if you want to save him from prison, do so, but actually it might toughen him up a bit. We also have Vlad from the closet. He shouldn't even be in the studio at this point because he's clearly some kind of pest that needs to be on a register. And finally, we have Jake. Innocent, fluffy hair, too many donuts possibly. But do you think he's guilty or not guilty? Let's have this final opportunity to vote. In front of you, you've all been given cards. One side says guilty and one side says not guilty. If you want to send someone home today, you need to choose not guilty. And if you want them to go to prison, you say guilty. Nice and simple. So, let's start with Jake the Snake. Guilty or not guilty? Oh, one not guilty that I could physically see. One upside down guilty. Okay, and then let's move on to Vlad. Guilty or not guilty? Couple of guilties still there. I can see a few not guilties. And finally, let's have a look at Jake the Peg without the extra leg. Guilty or not guilty? Oh, it's a close call. It's a close call, but the final decision is mine to make. And the person that I'm sending home today is Jake the Peg with the extra leg. Come forward, Jake. Let's have a round of applause for him. Here is a hemorrhoid ring as a gift. There you go. Off you go to freedom. Have a look at the camera, say goodbye, and it's time to say goodbye to Jake. Let's say bye-bye, Jake. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Jake.
The remainder of you two will go to prison where you'll rot for eternity and will spend a lot of time with Bob in the showers. Take them away, officers. Away. Off with you. This has been this week's episode of Comedy Convicts. I do hope you've enjoyed it. We will be back next week at some point with 3 other contestants who have done some terrible things, but hopefully this time there will be no BO or closeted weirdos. You have yourself a wonderful evening and thank you for coming. Bye-bye.